Today we are talking about Empire. If you missed the video last week, it is up almost 300% since that video last week. Hi, my name is Jeremy, and if you want to follow along my journey as I build wealth for my family, then subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you don't miss a thing, and remember, none of this is intended to be financial advice. I am merely a guy sitting in front of the computer talking to a camera. These are strictly my opinions. I could be completely wrong. Let's get to it. All right, so if you watched the video last week, I told you about Empire and how I thought Empire was going to be a big player. And look at it. Last week when I talked to you, it was like 0.007 cents, and now it's up to 2 pennies. Before we get into that, though, I can't not talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin today hit a new all-time high. You can see here it's at like 66,000. The old all-time high was like just shy of 65,000. So I don't know. We'll see if it holds. My speculation is that if Bitcoin can hit 70,000 and stay there for a day or two, that it will likely go to 100,000 in the next 6-8 months, something like that. That is my prediction. We will see if that holds true. Don't know if it will, but that's my speculation. Now, if we look at Empire, check this out. Last week, we'll do the 1-week chart. All right, so let's check this out. The 1-week chart of Empire, when that video launched last Friday, Empire was right in this range here, 0.7 pennies, 0.7 cents, so not even a penny. And you can see over the last week, it has just rapidly climbed. Right now, I think it hit an all-time high of like 3.5 pennies. That might have been before last week, yeah. So here's the all-time high is like 3.5 cents, something like that. Just in the last week, you can see how much it's climbed. 2.1 pennies, sitting right at 2 pennies right now. And here's the thing that's really cool about Empire. There's only going to be 1 billion tokens. So let that sink in a little bit. THETA network, there's 1 billion tokens, and the price of THETA right now is over $6. Empire has 1 billion tokens, and the price of Empire is at 2 pennies. This goes to $2. You're talking about a 100x gain in this particular token. A market cap right now of only 20 million. And here's the other thing, it is still not very easy to buy. I mean, in the last video, and I will link that video up here somewhere, you can go check that out. On the last video, I talked through how to purchase it. It's sort of complicated. You've basically got to buy Litecoin or something like that on whatever exchange you're using. A lot of people in the US don't have Binance, so you have to purchase something like a Litecoin or something like that. Use a SimpleSwap to swap it to BNB BSC, Binance Smart Chain, and then use PancakeSwap to swap that into Empire. So it's definitely complicated. You got to be able to set up MetaMask and do a bunch of little steps. I talk about it in the last video. Go check that out. But when this finally gets to a regular exchange that is easy to buy, who knows what the price of this is going to do. The other thing that's really cool about this is they are going through the CertiK audit right now. So CertiK is a security audit for cryptocurrencies. It's basically the biggest one, and you sort of have to pass that before any of these exchanges will even look at you. So they're going through that process right now. That's a big thing. There's also talk that one of the biggest crypto YouTube channels will be talking about Empire, possibly today, maybe tomorrow. And so who knows what that's going to do for the price of Empire. Going to be doing a lot of things, but one of them is an NFT marketplace. They have a beta version of that up right now. And their goal is to basically add functionality. Their goal is to basically add functionality for many different chains all in one place. And you can see here, you can actually mint your own NFTs right on this site. And then they're also planning to build a decentralized exchange, Empire Dex. Now, the CEO just this week mentioned something in one of the groups that their DEX is going to have a feature that nobody else has and that everybody will want to use. What that means, I don't know. But what I do know is that Empire is up almost 300% in 1 week. They only have 1 billion tokens. The market cap right now is only 20 million. There's talk of burning tokens to even push that price up higher. If you got in last week when I talked about Empire, you're probably very happy right now. If you didn't, you're probably disappointed that you didn't. But I don't know. We'll see where this goes. I am not a financial advisor. I have no idea if this thing is going to crash and tank. So don't buy this just because I said that it's a good token, because I could be completely wrong. We could fall on our face. But it's up almost 300% in a week. So with that said, keep an eye on Bitcoin, keep an eye on Empire. We'll see where all of this goes. Big shout out to the Patreon subscribers below. They really help make this channel possible. If you haven't seen the video on Empire and how to buy it, that one's starting right over here. Go check that one out. I'll see you over there.